Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas. And next year is a new year coming, and I just have to make a few more comments about the Billy Carson and the Wesley Huff debate. I've watched this now. This is the second video I'm making about it. Watched this now for about 2 weeks. Read many of the comments, and I've got to say that much of the Christian's perspective, and I identify as a Christian, okay, but much of the Christian perspective sounds very much a lot like they are secularists. So they are claiming that they, quote, won the debate against Billy Carson, but they didn't really win anything, because what they've served to do is build up blocks around them, keeping themselves away from other views contrary to their own, and they're just cementing themselves in their own enclosed coffin, so to speak, unable to engage in other views, and unable to actually learn when the time comes to actually need to learn some things. Now, the mistake Billy Carson made was his inability or unwillingness, or not able to recognize, to read the room, to realize that this is a crowd that is not going to parrot in approval everything that Billy Carson says. It's easy to do. It's easy to seek like-minded people that serves as an echo chamber for our own views, and we all just mutually are satisfied by the words of our leader or our person that we esteem to be knowledgeable. And if you're surrounded with those sycophants a lot, you don't grow. So Billy failed to recognize that. He didn't initiate any kind of debates with them. Now, if he was a Mormon missionary like I was, and you learn the debating skills, you learn how to read the room, you learn how to articulate certain words and certain ideas, and then you can always use as an exit. If it gets too sticky, it gets too heated, and the argument gets too even personal, you can use as an argument, as an escape, hey, this is all faith-based. Everything I'm saying to you, I am saying this with an element of faith and belief. I don't know. I just do this. I believe in this because it's a faith-based structure. Now, Billy could have said, well, where's your proof, Mr. Wes Huff, of the very existence of Jesus? I mean, he could have said that. I mean, that would have been a valid argument. No, not a very good one, but it would have still worked to some degree, because we don't see him. We don't. I'm not advocating that. I believe Jesus very much to be real. But I also believe him to be real in a sense that goes way beyond the Christian perspective of that. I believe Jesus was Thoth. Thoth is Jesus. Jesus is Melchizedek. Perhaps Buddha Shakyamuni. Perhaps Melchizedek, perhaps even Michael the Archangel. I mean, all these beings repeat over and over and over again. And you got to look at the mission. You got to look at what the things that Jesus said to us in the world. And these are things that Billy Carson should have elaborated on, instead of just repeating his same old talking points, the same old. That doesn't work, and it didn't work with these guys. And the sad thing about that is these guys, Wes Huff and Anton and that Mark guy and others, have left the discussion thinking they are victorious, thinking they won. They didn't really win anything, folks. They did not. Nor did Billy. So I'm looking at it as a third person outside, trying to make some sense of it, so my peers and friends that are out there can maybe understand it a little bit better and a little bit more succinctly. And what I do here is I do car stuff all day long. These little Porsches and all this stuff here. You've seen it. I'm not going to recount it here. You've seen the channel. You see what I do. And you hear the stuff I listen to all day. So there are lessons to be learned. There are conclusions to be drawn that I think can be beneficial to everybody in either side of the perspective. Okay? There you go. See ya. Bye-bye.